this, yup, this little inflatable sleeping pad right here is the lightest, warmest, quietest insulated sleeping pad on the market. You heard me right. This tiny little thing has the absolute best warmth to weight ratio of any inflatable insulated sleeping pad that exists today, which makes it the absolute champ when it comes to ultralight winter camping and backpacking. It's the Nemo Tensor Extreme Ultralight Insulated Sleeping Pad, in case you were wondering. What, don't believe me? Okay, fine. Let's compare, shall we? Previously, the Sea to Summit Etherlite XD Extreme was our warmest insulated sleeping pad, and it weighs 1 pound 9 ounces, has a 6.2 R value, and is obviously quite bulky. And this is the Rab Ionosphere 5, which is closer in packed size and weight to the Nemo Tensor at just over a pound, but only has an R value of 4.8. Now, I'm not knocking any of these pads. The Rab is quiet and packable and great for between-season camping, and the Sea to Summit is nice and warm. But the fact that Nemo managed to make a pad this small and light with an R value this high is freaking impressive. It weighs just barely over a pound, by the way, and has an R value of 8.5. Apparently that's due to a total of 4 layers of suspended insulating film inside the pad, all in a 3.5-inch thick pad that's not only warm, but also comfy. On a recent winter camping trip where we not only pitched our tent on snow, but overnight lows dipped into the upper 20s, I slept nice and cozy on the Tensor when it was coupled with my 10-degree Rab Solar Eco 4, which, if you've seen our video on what sleeping bag temp ratings really mean, you'll know it's more like a 28-degree bag, which was pushing it, really. But we'll drop a link to that explainer video below. I did have the pad stacked on top of a closed-cell foam pad, which boosts the R value by a point or so, but I always do that when winter camping. It's just a good idea. But altogether, I didn't suffer a chill all night long, and that's saying something for me, because I sleep cold. And as a bonus, the Tensor really was pretty quiet. I tend to move around a lot in my sleep, and neither I nor Josh complained about the sounds emanating from my pad every time I moved. I'm not gonna say it's silent, but especially when sleeping with a warm hat, we had 0 issues with it. The Tensor Extreme is also puncture resistant, easy to inflate and deflate thanks to quick adjust valves, and it comes with a pump sack, so that's a plus. As for puncture resistance, well, time will tell. Fortunately, the brand has a lifetime warranty program where you can send your pad in for repair or replacement if it does spring a leak. Bonus, it uses Blue Sign approved nylon fabrics, and Nemo as a brand tracks their carbon footprint in order to cut emissions and publishes an annual sustainability report, is crafting more circular products and removing a lot of toxic chemicals like PFAS from their line. So yeah, it's a brand you can feel good about supporting. That said, this being such an innovative piece of gear, it's not exactly a budget-friendly item. It starts at $250. But if that impressive warmth to weight ratio is as important to you as it is to me, well, chances are it's worth it. And in case you're wondering, it does come in mummy, rectangular, wide and long sizes, so you taller, broad-shouldered folks can stay toasty out there too. Huzzah! Frankly, I'm gonna be taking this on every winter camping trip from now on. I mean, I'm a small person. I gotta protect every ounce of heat my little body manages to create when I'm sleeping in the cold. And the Tensor Extreme makes that more than possible, and for a weight that even I, a die-hard ultralighter, can totally get behind. So we'll drop a link to the pad in the description below. Go check it out. Maybe snag one and start planning that winter camping trip you've always wanted to take. But before you go, ring that bell and hit subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming ultralight gear reviews, tips on how to sleep warm outdoors, and sustainable gear reviews for all sorts of snow fun. Sustainable ski goggles, anyone? Also, did you know we have a Patreon? Not only do supporters get entered in gear giveaways, but there are hilarious behind-the-scenes clips, outtakes, and all kinds of other exclusive content, so go check that out. Then follow us on Insta, Facebook, and X. We're at Terradrift, and find even more great stuff like, I don't know, lists of our favorite sustainable gear on terradrift.com. Then sleep warm out there and wander on.